Hi, welcome to the Lissa Goodman Show. And every week I have the honor of interviewing a game changer in the wellness arena. And today I have a very special lady. She's special because she's the daughter of two parents who were diagnosed with cancer. And as you know, I was diagnosed with cancer and my husband had cancer and he passed away. And both my girls were left with two parents who had cancer. So I am so excited to have her on the show to talk to her a little bit about, what that was like and how she got through it. But she's also an incredible culinary chef. She's been in the business for 20 years and she's into holistic health. She knows everything about holistic health and healing at the deeper root of what you need to get to where you really need to thrive, not just survive. So she talks my language in every way. So I want to welcome Serena Poon.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I'm honored, honestly. Thank you.
I love you, and I met you a year ago. It feels like 2 years ago.
Yes. I think it was only a year ago, but it's been such a crazy year.
And the minute I met you, I was like, oh, this woman is just, you radiate health.
Oh, well, thank you.
And you
Thank
also
you so
radiate
much.
a huge heart, which I think in today's wellness arena is so crucial. Like if someone comes in to see you and you feel like you personally want to help them in every way from the bottom of your heart.
Truly. I'm all in. Even if you're not all in, I am all in. So.
And that's probably what makes people get all in, because I think that's what I see these days as well. People are a little bit, intimidated by jumping all in to all of this.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. And I'm so grateful that you see that, and that you recognize that, because that truly is from my soul when I help somebody with their health or any aspect of it, right? It's just, it means so much to me. And I think it does go back to, my roots with my parents, that I
Tell me about that, because that is fascinating and also not so fun for you at all.
Yeah, no, but it was a part of my journey, it was my dad was diagnosed.
With what kind of cancer?
He had liver cancer.
Wow.
So it was a blood disease. So his grandfather actually had the same thing and passed of the same thing. So his whole life, he had Hep B.
Okay.
And so, a lot of Asian men, in Hong Kong and China, it transfers, I guess.
Right.
So,
had he done anything about it?
Well, he monitored.
Okay.
Every 6 months, he would go get tested, and he
Right.
did this his whole life. And somehow between the last 6-month test and then the next 6-month test, it had somehow advanced to stage 4.
Wow.
In that short period of time, and that was my senior year in college. And so it just, your world just sort of turns upside down. And at the time, I'm thinking, okay, I need to meet someone, get married, have kids, and do all of this stuff in the next few years, because we thought he still had
some
5
time.
years, And even then, that was very surreal and not a reality at all.
Right.
But he was with us for about a year and 3 months.
Okay.
And it was a really, really tough, painful battle for him.
To watch him
it
go
really
from a
was.
healthy human to...
It really was, because...
I know that feeling.
Yeah, and I know that you do, and my heart, resonates with you on that. It's hard. And so, and he lost that battle. And then a couple months later, my mom was diagnosed. And at the time when my dad was sick, I just remember just trying to dive into all the different, possibilities, other herbs. We had teas sent in from relatives in China and Hong Kong, smuggling in these black, tar-like teas that you could smell it in the whole neighborhood.
Right.
Right. And at the same time, he was still doing, the chemo and the radiation, because
But you're trying both modalities.
trying everything, because it was so aggressive and so advanced that they were literally trying everything. He had tumors that were riddled all over his liver, so he couldn't have a transplant.
Okay.
And so we tried everything, and I found myself kind of diving into my knowledge from the nutrition that I had studied, and then just kind of going everywhere. Just what can we do, even if it can't get rid of the cancer, at least like comfort him and alleviate some of the symptoms and bring him some comfort. So that was sort of like where I think my passion first started, was there, just trying to help my dad.
Wow. What about mom? What kind of cancer was she diagnosed with?
My mom had this crazy rare form of ovarian cancer. It was like they had case studies before her. So it was there was no cancer on her side of the family.
Right.
It was really rapid growing. So she was diagnosed 2 months after my dad had passed. And at that time, we were so unhealthy. We had all lost so much weight. We were all...
From the stress.
Everything, you know, stress and heartache and everything. So malnourished, you know, at that point. So when my mom finally went in for her annual physical that she had put off for maybe 6 months, the doctor could feel the lump on the outside, you know, just, you know how they examine and they could feel it, and this doesn't feel right. So then she was diagnosed, and from the point where she was diagnosed to, you know, less than 2 months later, just weeks later, when she had to have surgery and she had a full hysterectomy at 45, it had grown like another X amount of centimeters. And so they kind of dated that tumor back to its start when my dad was at his sickest.
Wow.
And you know,
that says a lot, doesn't it?
It does, about
Serena?
Stress, you know, and about our emotional health and well-being, and how that affects our physical health. So
a little scary, you know, because how could she really tap into how, you know, she was stressed because of her husband, but how do you
she has 2
not
daughters.
be stressed?
Yes, and she's also, you shouldn't even get a chance to grieve. So it was really tough for her, and I admire her so much, and she's obviously like, she and my dad are the reasons why, and she fought hard, and it was just like like I said, she was a case study. Yeah. So the doctors were like, let's try a little bit of this, let's try a little bit of that, and you know, that's.
And she's okay today.
She is.
Wow.
And I feel like, you know, my dad was watching over us and over her. I do.
It's almost like he said, you're not going to lose another parent or someone close to you.
Even though there was a time, of course, my mom was depressed, you know, and she was ready. My dad was her soulmate. She's never been with anyone since, you know, and so I think she was like, I just want to be there. And I remember when I sat down and said, Mom, like, you got to stay with us, you know, we'll get through this.
We can't lose you. And you guys did.
Yeah, she got through it, and she was in remission, and she's been fine. She's a warrior.
So good.
You and my mom and the 3 of us, like we would have fun.
We're all warriors in that regard. So tell me, like, then what did you do after that? So that was when you graduated college, right?
Yeah, that was when I was still in college.
Okay.
And graduated. So of course I'm Chinese, first generation.
Right.
I was supposed to be like a doctor, lawyer, CPA, I don't know, astronaut.
Right, that is what you're supposed to do. So, the next,
so that's what, I mean, those were the expectations. And I was just so affected by what had happened. And, you know, my dad, we grew up as foodies, you know, and I actually never cooked. Growing up, it was always my parents, but I watched and I ate. So my dad always wanted to just retire and have a little mom and pop place with me and my mom, just you know,
a food place.
Yeah, like a little, nothing fancy.
Right.
And he didn't get a chance to live that dream. So initially, I thought, I'm going to go to culinary school. I'm going to live that dream for my dad, and I'm going to learn how I can use food as medicine, you know, food to heal, how I can go into the culinary arts and find a way to make it taste amazing. Because part of it, as you know, is people think that when they're restricted, that food is no longer, you know, enjoyable. And I remember when my dad was really sick, and it was a tough moment that stays with me, but he needed protein, you know, and because of, you know, the liver cancer, and anything he ate or drank would just bloat him, and it'd be so painful, and it was hard for him to get in nutrients. And I remember when he had this egg, and he just had to eat this egg to just get the nutrients, and he started to sob because he felt like he worked so hard his whole life, and he just wanted to retire and enjoy his life with my mom. And his life had been reduced to this egg that he needed to eat to get to the next day. And And that is why that I do what I do, and I went to school, and I want to learn how to create really healthy, healing food for people so they don't feel whether they have cancer or they're perfectly healthy, that they're not restricted, they're not missing out. And not only that, it's nourishing for them, and it's feeding not just their bodies, but their souls.
Right. So they can really elevate themselves to the next level, like they don't have to live, with any type of thing. If they have ailments, with food is medicine, they can eat this nutrient-dense food and really
and really thrive.
Improve, any kind of health issue.
Yeah.
I know, I agree with you.
Exactly. So from there I went to culinary school.
And then did you go to nutrition school, or was that?
I continued to study nutrition when I was at Berkeley, and then in culinary school I did, and then I just kept diving further into it.
Yeah.
So that's what I ended up doing, and I wasn't exactly sure. I just knew that
what was going to end up. Where you were going to end up.
No, I had no idea. I just knew that my passion was I want to help people, and the health and happiness of my, family and loved ones were the most important thing.
Yeah.
But I kind of took it too far, if I'm being honest, because I didn't take care of myself.
Okay.
Right. And I didn't acknowledge this trauma that I had been through.
Yeah.
I didn't acknowledge that I basically had PTSD because I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
I was too young, and also
no one talked about it.
No, and when you think about PTSD, I thought soldiers in war have PTSD,
Right.
I'm
because we have the comforts of home and water and food.
Everything. And I almost felt like I don't have a right to have PTSD. Like I'm alive, I'm here, I'm young, I'm living. I don't get to have PTSD, and that's what I thought. So for years I kind of struggled because I felt like I just need to get on my feet, take care of my family, make sure my mom was okay, make sure everybody was okay. And I didn't really address my own self-care, and my own needs. And that ended up affecting my health as well.
Right. Tell me a little bit. We need to have another show about all this.
Yeah,
But I want to talk about the Just Add Water, because this is so fascinating. It's only been out for like a year.
Like barely a year.
Barely a year.
You know what's funny?
And I love this
I've been
product.
making this for a while, before we had a label on it.
Okay.
It's only
for clients. Okay.
They used to be in little Ziploc baggies, that I would just stash away with them when they traveled, because, that's when everything kind of goes.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. So,
what's in it?
It's got all kinds of goodness. It's obviously a proprietary blend, but it's all vegan. It's got yellow pea protein. It's got adaptogens. It's got like 8 super greens. And it's all this stuff. You want me to make one for you?
Yes, I love it. I'm dying to taste it.
It's got all the
So the adaptogens, it has protein.
Yes.
All the nutrients, or most of the nutrients that you need.
Well, it's got a lot of the super greens that, as you know, are so good for us, like wheatgrass, spirulina, chlorella, broccoli, stuff that people are not going to eat every day on their own.
Very true.
But it's
getting
so
those
good for
9
them.
cups of veggies is really tricky for most people. Yeah.
And then it's got, like rose hips. It's got fruit. It's got raspberries. It's got beets. It has all kinds of amazing things.
Serena.
And so it's basically something to kind of like get you through every day. People have given up coffee to drink this instead, which I'm so
a lot of people
about.
drink it in the morning first thing because it gives you energy.
You can drink it first thing in the morning. You can drink. The thing is, I know for maybe marketing advertising purposes, we're supposed to tell people have it instead of coffee, have it in the morning. But you can have it any time of the day. You know, our slogan is simplify your self-care, because I want to make this like brainless for you.
Yeah.
You don't have to calculate, oh gosh, it's 2 hours between my last meal, or you can have this in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, like before or after workout, whenever you want, on the plane. And it gets all your nutrients. It balances your adrenals. It's actually got probiotics and prebiotics in it too, which, as you know,
oh my God,
so important to
crucial.
have both.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole combination, though, of the probiotics, prebiotics, adaptogens, all of that is, I feel like, so crucial these days.
Yes, and people don't realize, we've chatted about it before. Here you go.
Thank you.
And this is chocolate flavored. It's got cocoa and cacao in it. You can let me know what you think.
Wow. So it tastes like a chocolate like a little chocolate smoothie.
Does it?
Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so happy. I mean, that's what we, we wanted.
That's what you're striving for.
Yes, because it has so many greens, and because it has the adaptogens, which is earthy, right? You have to cover it up. So
yeah, true. I love it.
Oh, good.
No,
you need to go home with a whole bunch.
I know. I'm going to need to give my clients this as well.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah.
They're always asking me what should I take traveling as well. Something so simple, or to the office.
Yeah.
That can give me that extra burst of nutrients and energy, and also calm me down at the same time.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, that's the great thing. It's like, as we've discussed before, it's really about absorbing the nutrients, and that's why you get the energy boost. There's digestive enzymes in it too, so your body's really able to absorb it all, which is what we need. Otherwise you're just drinking things and putting things in your body, and your body doesn't absorb any of it.
And what I love is the powder form.
Yeah,
I'm very much into liquid and powder because our digestive systems aren't that healthy. So when we take those supplements, 50 million supplements that people come in with, right? Yeah. They aren't really absorbing most of that.
No, and it's hard for your body to break it down, whether it's your stomach or then it goes through your liver. I mean, it just depends on the person, but this makes it like very sort of bioavailable for people and convenient.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm so glad you like it. Thank
I
you
do.
so
I
much.
really, and I'm very picky with this kind of stuff as well.
Good. Yeah.
So,
this is like this is a big time. I need a testimonial then.
Yes, absolutely testimonial.
I'd
love to. Yeah, I would love to have clients use it. And so I'm glad I got to try it.
Oh no, I mean I should have sent them to you earlier, but I'm so glad you like it.
I love it.
Yeah, it's just great because then you feel like you feel comfortable knowing that your mind is at ease, that when your clients are traveling, they're getting everything that they need with a pack or two of these a day. And it's under 100 calories. So for any of our clients that are kind of calorie counting or conscientious of that, it doesn't really intrude on your day. It's not something that goes from 200 calories, you add half a banana, now it's 400
calories, right.
This is like 90, and you can still add a little something in it.
And you can still eat. It could just be a side, not not a meal replacement.
No, I don't call it a meal replacement because it's, only 90 calories. Right. But if you wanted to bulk it up and make it a meal, you could.
You could, easily.
It gives you a lot of options, which is why I think people like it.
Well, I feel like this is so trustworthy from someone like yourself who's been in the business and knows food and knows all about the supplements and all the things that people do need at that deeper level. So it's like having you as the spokesperson and developing this is pretty brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm just happy it makes people feel good.
Yeah.
I'm just happy that it really helps them. I mean, that's sort of the main goal, right? At the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So,
helping people heal.
Yeah.
So I ask all my guests at the end of the show, if they had to sum up their mission in one word, what would yours be?
I mean, my mission is truly to help people live a better life, on all these different levels, whether it's the Reiki work that I do, whether it's the nutrition and food healing that I do. I really feel that my purpose is to be at service, and if I can help someone in any small way, on any level, live a better life, even if it's just for that day, then, I feel that that's why I'm here.
Wow, that's so beautiful.
So,
thank you.
Thank you so much.